Well, welcome to the call tonight. My name is Jeff Boyle, and I'm really happy and pleased to be able to introduce tonight's special guest. We've got Deanna Latson, and Deanna just got back from Cancun, where a bunch of us were there on it was just an amazing trip where we got to do some great things, get to spend time with each other, and more than anything, really see the future of what we have. And I think that what makes me so excited when we have Deanna on is she's made a career in helping people improve their health. And if you ever hear her story, you hear of how she had eating disorders, how she had problems with so many different things within the health of her family, and how by eating properly and taking the proper nutrients and supplements in her life, she was able to not only lose a lot of weight and restore health, but she's been able to be an inspiration for so many people. And what I love about Deanna, and you'll see this, is that she truly is passionate about health, and she lives it, she breathes it, and it's a very much a part of everything that she does. And so when she talks to you, if you spend time with her after, you certainly see that she isn't just doing it for show. It's how she lives her life. It's how she absolutely positively uh, each day she wakes up with this passion to not only improve the health of her family, but really this extended family that's involved with RX. And Deanna, I see you're on there, but you're muted. Are you here with us? Your mic on?
I am. Can you hear me okay?
I can. Are you recovered from the Cancun trip yet?
Well, I'll have to apologize because my voice is pretty much lost. I didn't get into about 1:30 in the morning last night. And when you have kids who haven't seen you, they're still up at 6:30 a.m. So my body is suffering ever so slightly today in my voice.
Well, I do know that as of 2 days ago, you were in some giant jungle excursion. So I'm just really grateful that you would be on with everybody. And as we talked about this and we planned this call with you, there's so many questions that came up that you are truly uniquely qualified to be able to talk to people about. And not just the products that we have, but really the passion and the vision that you have to be able to help and transform people's lives. People's lives have changed, weights have been changed, and realistically an understanding of what you put in your mouth has so much to do with your future health. So I'm not going to take up any more of your time. I'm so grateful that you could be on, and I'll turn it over to you.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much for that really nice introduction. And I'm going to jump right into it, because I have about 40 minutes with you tonight. And I know so many of you on the call have come from companies or utilize supplements or nutritionals from other companies. And so many of you care about quality. What makes a difference between a good supplement, a bad supplement, a great supplement? And so I thought I'd give you a little bit of background on our formulation philosophy, our manufacturing philosophy, so that you understand why our products are the way that they are. So let me first start with the supplement industry. Like every industry, the industry has untruthful, out of integrity people. They exist. Companies lie on their labels. Companies, fairy dust ingredients into their products. Companies, have products that have contaminants in it. Companies don't follow really tight regulations, so their capsules or their tablets are very different doses within a bottle. And we see this problem amongst nutritional companies all over the world. And it has made a lot of press lately where our government has been testing, government agencies have been testing supplements and finding out that, what they say is in the label is not even in the product. So when people say to me, well, your product is so expensive, or your product costs more than what I could go buy at Target on the Up and Up brand, or Walmart, or a GNC, or Walgreens, or Costco, I quickly remind them that all of those stores had products pulled by our government officials, tested, and 8 out of 10 of them did not match label claims, to the point where some companies said they had CoQ10 and there was just olive oil. Some companies said they had grapeseed extract or resveratrol and there was just grind up asparagus. And there's a real danger in that because lots of people have food allergies. So a commitment that you have from us is that our labels are accurate. Our dosing every time is consistent. How can I give you that commitment? Well, when the US government started, testing supplements, I was like, test ours, because we send out our products for third-party testing. We don't rely on our own manufacturers. We don't even rely on our own internal data. We go out and we send it to high quality third party labs that don't care about us, don't care whether we pass or we fail. They just care about doing accurate testings. So much so that there's a few third party organizations that I pay a large sum of money to. I sign a contract that says they will buy our product in secret. They will test it. If we fail that testing, then they will release it online and tell all of their followers, which could put us in a real bind if we weren't confident about our formulations and our manufacturing. So why are we confident? Why do we love this type of testing? Why do doctors love our products? Because there is regular GMP FDA manufacturing facilities. That is the baseline standard in good nutritional practices. You have companies that have been around 10, 20 years that rely on GMP and FDA guidelines to run their nutritionals. Well, we did something different right out of the gate. We wanted to make sure that medical professionals all over the world felt so comfortable with our products that we made sure that our manufacturing facility had an OTC license. That means our manufacturing facility can manufacture Tylenol, Excedrin, Advil, children's cough syrup, you name it, any over-the-counter drug we can manufacture. Now, why should you care about that? You should care about that because drug manufacturing is very particular. You see, if I made Tylenol and I misdosed a Tylenol, I could kill you. So drug manufacturing requires that your label is completely accurate all the way up to expiration date. That your label dosage is accurate amongst every capsule in the product. So there's equal dosaging on every capsule. And we manufacture to drug standards. We have no choice. If we didn't and we failed our audit, we would lose our license. And that is one of the primary reasons we get consistent results all over the United States, because we know that in our manufacturing, if you take a dose on Monday, then you take a dose 20 days later, those doses are exactly the same, the good high quality ingredients, all the way up to the exact expiration date. Our products have been vetted to that date to be still potent and meet label claim. They don't go bad after that date. It's just that that's what we can guarantee till that it holds label claim. So what does this mean? Why should you care? Well, when people say, why are our products more expensive? We go through rigorous testing to be able to be manufactured in a drug facility. It requires that every raw ingredient that comes into the facility comes with its own testing document, and then we verify it to make sure that our testing matches the raw material provider's testing. Then when we manufacture the product, we then test it to make sure that the dosing is accurate amongst the lot. So those two tests require many more man hours, many more lab hours, all the biotech chemists, and it causes a higher priced product. But here's the thing. We have people right now, right this minute, in Target buying an Up and Up brand. and they might be saving 20% compared to our product. But what are they getting? To be honest with you, for those in your call, I wouldn't give those supplements to my pets because I don't know what's in it. And if you're going to put a high potent supplement, nutritional, into your body, you deserve the right to know what's in it. These are concentrated ingredients that make a significant difference in your health and well-being. And if they are contaminated, if they aren't dosed properly, there can be ramifications to that. That is why quality matters. That is why our cost is slightly higher than what you would pull off on a retail shelf. And another reason why our cost is higher, and when someone comes to me and says, oh, well, oh my gosh, why are your products expensive? I welcome it. I thank them for the question. I'm like, I know, isn't it fantastic? Why is it fantastic? Because there's over 300 grapeseed raw material providers on this planet. Not every grapeseed is the same. The same way not every car is the same. Same way not every tire is the same, or not every pool filter is the same, or not every light bulb is the same, or not every quality of paint is the same. Why can you go buy a $4 gallon of paint and you can buy a $35 gallon of paint? Do you think they're going to perform better? Absolutely. Quality cost, folks. Because when I went after this raw material of a grapeseed extract, we looked for the best on the market. How did we look for that? We looked for a raw material that was manufactured in a drug facility, that was licensed that way. We looked for a raw material that was tested completely clean of any pesticides, chemicals. We looked for a raw material that was grown without any type of pesticides and chemicals. And we looked for a raw material that was standardized. That is the key. You see, I could go buy a grapeseed extract right now from India at 1/8 of the cost that I buy our grapeseed extract right now. The difference is it is not a standardized ingredient. What does that mean? Well, most people know that in tomatoes they have lycopene, and lycopene is a great ingredient that has a really positive health benefit for the body. But depending on how you grow your tomatoes, depends how much lycopene is in that tomato. I could go out and buy tomato powder that is not standardized for lycopene, which means it varies from 10% to 8% to 3% to 20% every time it comes in. Or I could buy a standardized grape tomato powder, and that is always at 20% lycopene every time it comes in. The same is true for bergamot, for grapeseed extract. For all of our herbals, we look for standardized ingredients. That way we know that the benefits coming out of that grapeseed extract are in there at the appropriate dose, therefore giving the same results consistently. Lots of people struggle with herbals or supplements. They get results sometimes and then not others. Why? Because their raw materials are not standardized. And having standardized raw materials means our raw materials come at a premium. They cost more. They just do. Trust me. If I went out and bought just a regular old grapeseed extract, we'd make a lot more profits in Ariix. But are you going to get the anti-inflammatory effects? Are you going to get the antiviral effects? Are you going to get the antibacterial effects? Are you going to get the effects that I want you to experience of a really good quality products? No, you will not unless we buy standardized ingredients. Another thing about us that a lot of people don't know is how do we formulate? Because you could fairy dust in these really expensive ingredients into your products, and then we could talk about them and you'll think they're all great. Well, we formulate based on scientific data. Let me give you an example. We have a mushroom in MOA, and that mushroom has been studied at Sloan Kettering Memorial Cancer Center. It is up for an investigational new drug number. It has an investigational new drug number with the FDA. It's been studied at the University of Louisville, Kobe Pharmaceutical University, and it is the most potent maitake extract we can find on the planet. And when reading the research, it was done at a certain level of milligrams per day, got the results, got the positive health benefits. So when we gather the research and we decide on a raw material, we look at the data, the scientific data that says it will have this effect on the body at this dose, at this, for this many, taking it for this many days. And then we formulate appropriately. That is why we get great results as well. And we formulate even our skincare with those types of considerations. Why did our whitener brightener outperform even our own expectations? Because we formulated it with 5 ingredients at clinical doses. So when we were just expecting to get great results on dark spots and a good moisturizer and sun damage, we were getting results on acne, and we're getting results on fine lines and wrinkles, and we're getting all these other results because of the way we choose to formulate. Could we have saved money if we did half the clinical dose? You betcha. Would our CFO be a little happier? Probably. But the reality is you're not going to get those results. That is our commitment to you. And that is why we attract athletes. That is why we attract nutritionists and chemists. And that is why we attract doctors who recognize the benefits of nutritional therapy. Let's talk about Restorix for a minute. One of the primary ingredients is in Restorix, which is our detox. Restorix is also good for pH balancing. It's also good to bust through a plateau if you're stuck at your weight. It helps bring down lactic acid if you work out. It's this really fabulous product. And I was looking at one of our competitors that uses a zeolite, and I calculated their dosage compared to our dosage and figured out that you would have to buy 18 months worth of their $50 a month product to equal the same amount of raw material that is found in one of our products that lasts for 28 days. Those types of behaviors is what gives the nutritional industry a bad name, because so many people are out there looking to make a buck. And I used to believe naively, oh my gosh, everybody in the nutritional industry is out to change the world, to change the human body, to give longevity, to give hope, to be preventative in nature. But I sadly quickly realized that no, just like every other industry, there's some good guys, and then there's a lot of people who are just in for the finances. And you don't have to trust me. We have Consumers Lab that's documented our products. We have NSF who's tested our products. We have BSCG that has tested our products. We have gluten intolerance labs that have tested our products. We have non-GM, our products are being certified by the non-GMO organization right now. We put our money where our mouth is. We put our products out there, we get them tested, and those companies publish their results online. We say our skincare is non-toxic. Well, guess what? We go to the EWG and we have them test it and prove. EWG just doesn't give out their stamp of approval. No way. That's a very hard certification to get. They go detailed through every raw ingredient to make sure it is not tainted, to make sure our raw ingredients are clean, and they meet the EWG's high standards for clean, safe products for you and your family. Why do we do it? So that we put our money where our mouth is. Lots of people trust me, and they should. I'm not going to give anything to my kids that or anything to you that I wouldn't give to my family. But however, we need to also prove it, and we'll put it in writing so that you can see for yourself we mean what we say. And we continue to get these third-party organizations to validate us. We just got certified by Leaping Bunny, one that made me very excited because I tell everybody that Jove is cruelty-free, that we don't test on animal, that none of our ingredients are tested on animals. Well, let's prove it. So Leaping Bunny went through all of our ingredients, all of our products in Jove, to verify that yes, indeed, we do not test on animals. So those are the types of things that we do on the corporate side to make sure to make sure that we provide top of the line, tested, proven, high quality products. And Jeff, what I wanted to do is maybe bring you back on for, kind of like my last 10 minutes or so, and just see maybe if there's a specific few things that we could address on this topic.
Sure. So you basically would like a couple of questions. Tell me what you would like me to help you with there.
Well, I'm just thinking, so many of the people on the call are really committed to high quality products. They understand the value of that. And if they're out and they are talking about the products, they want to feel confident in knowing that our products are manufactured, that are formulated in a way that provides real value to their customers. So I thought maybe people could type in a couple questions into the chat area that you might have, and we could talk about any formulation, the way we do it, any of the manufacturing, any of our certificates. And then what we'll do the next time we do a call is we'll go through the products. We'll go, what are they used for? Why should you have them in your pantry, on your kitchen counter? What makes them so great, great, and what do they do for the body? But right now, I want to make sure that everybody that's on this call has a real grasp and understanding about what makes our quality different than others, and how all of you should be proud at the price points our products are at, understanding that our raw materials are superior. So
Sure.
Jeff, if there were any questions on that way that, on this topic that anybody might have.
Sure. So they're already starting to come in. There's one right here. It says, can you briefly go into how taking all the supplements actually aids in weight loss, aside from proper eating? That's actually from Angela. From
Oh, I love this topic. Okay. You got it. I'm going to jump in and cut you off. Listen, you go to McDonald's, okay? And you eat a high carbohydrate, high sugar meal. What happens? Your brain, everybody, is the general. This is the guy that controls the body. And I think of your cells as the soldiers. They take all the orders. So you go to a fast food restaurant, you eat a meal. What happens? Your body's like, whoa, whoa, sure, we just consume food, but there is no nutrients. We don't have what we need to survive. So the brain tells the body, you better go eat again. So this is something that so many people miss. Lots of people lose weight just by going on our optimals. Because by going on our optimals, you stop that signaling from happening, because you're bringing up your blood levels of nutrients in your body. You see, so many people who are obese are clinically actually starving to death. Their cells are starved for nutrients. So by making sure that the optimals are in their life, they get really good results. Why is Magna-Cal D so important? Because people are stressed out, and when they're stressed, their magnesium is depleted from their body. They don't sleep well. Oh my goodness gracious. You don't sleep well, you're going to stay fat. You got to sleep. It's your body's ability to heal, and you don't sleep, good luck getting all your weight off. So why is omega Q so important? Because the fats in omega Qs help with the hormonal signaling, especially for women. Therefore, it is critical that the supplements are a part of your weight loss journey. SlenderX and Accelerate are amazing at their job. SlenderX and Accelerate help with detox and stress, and they help support hormones, and they help with appetite suppression, they help with metabolism, and they help with, energy. But the other parts are important too, because we all get fat for different reasons. So if we flood the body with good nutrients, we bring up the blood levels, get some good, stress relief, sleep better, you will lose weight. Your body naturally wants to lose weight. It doesn't feel good when it has a lot of excess fat on the body. And this is not a beauty contest, people, because skinny people fall over and die every day. It's about being healthy on the inside.
Well, you opened the floodgates. There's a ton of questions coming in now. The next one looks like this has been asked by various people on here. What about the aluminum silicate in Jove? People ask about this. Can you please clarify?
I'm sorry, Jeff. Can you repeat that? I
Yeah.
had a.
What about the aluminum silicate in Jove? People ask about aluminum being bad for the body.
Yeah, but they leave out a word. Listen, that molecule, it is a salt. It's a mineral found out of the earth. This is not aluminum like you see in a deal, okay? And that molecule is too large. There is no dangers of those silicates absorbing into the skin. They sit on the top of the skin. They're a form of salts. That's why you get that little bit of a white residue after you put it on.
Yeah, that was asked by quite a few different people with it. So um, uh, let's see. It looks like there's even more questions on that one. So it looks like that was a very important one for people. There's another question on here from Natalie about comparing our product to another product from a company called Plexus. Do you know much about that company and their weight loss supplements, or does she need to type in a little bit more information about that?
I don't know anything about that. And remember, when you're reading aluminum silicate, you're reading magnesium aluminum silicate. So you have to be really careful because one word, it is not aluminum silicate. It is magnesium aluminum silicate. And that is a type of salt that sits on the top of the skin. So I'm sorry I went back to that. But it comes, it's a mineral from refined, purified clay. And it is, I promise you, it is, that molecule is too large to absorb into the.
Okay. Another question as it relates to that. So one of the things, because people are starting to ask about some of these other brands that you may not know a lot of information about, what are
Yeah,
some of
I don't study a lot of
the,
those. Yeah,
so
I
what are
just don't
some
have
of the things
time.
that they should look for then in some of these other ones that may be dangerous, and especially these weight loss supplements and different programs that they have out there that can kind of keep people understanding why ours is more pure or superior to what's out there?
Well, here's the thing. The majority of the weight loss products on the market today deal with appetite suppression. That's it. That's all they do. And then what happens is people are hungry. Great, they lose weight. They put their body in metabolic syndrome. And then what happens is they get off the product, they gain all the weight back. My goal is to change your blood sugars. My goal is to change your digestion. My goal is to support the stress levels in your body and the hormones in your body and the signaling between the brain and the cells so that you actually change your body for good. Do you know how much less expensive it would be if I just made a product for appetite suppressant? Holy heck. That wouldn't cost me very much money at all. And you would lose weight and you would be a customer forever because you'd lose weight, get off it, and gain all back and more. That is the biggest difference. Remember, I was an 11-year bulimic, 65 pounds heavier than I am now. No one knows weight loss products better than me, and I've never seen a comprehensive program that offers good fats, good vitamins, good stress relief, good appetite control, good hormonal support, good detox support all in one program. I have not seen it.
Okay. Um, they keep coming in. There's obviously a bunch of people on here. They're loving what you're saying. So, what Stephanie asked, what is a flow agent, and how are our products different?
A flow agent. Those are okay. That's an example of how supplement industries are kind of like a lot of the good and a little of the bad, and I don't understand it. So what's used in flow agents is actually a lot of times magnesium silicates are used in flow agents, but then they're taken internally. And what happens is, or supplement manufacturers need to keep the product stirred appropriately, so the product is dosed appropriately, and moving through the tubes at the manufacturing facility at the correct dosage. In order to do that so it flows well, they use chemical flow agents. Sometimes they use natural agents. But then what happens is those end up in our internal supplements. And so what we did when I first came on board, I said, we can't use any of those flow agents because they are non-nutritive ingredients. I need you to find a nutritive ingredient that can act as a flow agent. And everyone told me it could not be done. And I said, baloney. And which sure, it would take us 3 months. We figured out we could use rice bran as a flow agent. Rice bran has all types of other B cofactors in it as a whole food, helps with the absorption of other nutrients. And we figured out that we could use that as a flow agent. And so instead of using a non-nutritive ingredient, we were using an actual food. That is always our goal in every case.
All right. So I'll summarize this one from Steve and Linda. They asked, is there a way to help a new affiliate very quickly overcome that question of cost that you addressed in the beginning, that so many people without your knowledge are going to be able to easily address to their new prospects and customers?
Yeah, I mean, this is what I say. Listen, show me an industry in the world, anywhere. Jeff, if you and I go to the dollar store and we buy your kids' toys at the dollar store, do you think they're high quality toys?
Yeah, obviously not.
No. So if we go to a good high-end toy store and you get a wooden toy or American-made toy or a well-known brand toy that can cost 100% more than the cheap brands, they're built to last. So I ask people, when they ask me about price, I say, show me an industry, whether it be clothing, whether it be cars, whether it be home improvements, whether it be anything, where the cheaper product is superior. I don't know of one. I don't. You go and you get your shoes at a low-cost shoe store. Do you think they're as good as let's go really the extremes, a handmade leather shoe out of Italy? No way. And there's no comparison of price. There's supplements that cost more than our supplements. Absolutely, I'm sure they're out there. I'm proud of our price points because I know the products work. So I could respond like that, zero technical information, but ask a prospect or a customer, show me an industry where price does not have some correlation to quality.
All right, I'll ask you a question that I recently received, and there's a whole bunch more. So this is something that I thought was pretty interesting. A good friend of mine is very overweight, and I talked to him a little bit about our programs, and he did ask about the price. And his question was revolving around that, the price point on it. And one of the main things that I tried to get across to him was, this is the one area of your life that you should make sure that you're spending on. Is there something that you can just kind of just give a warning of that? And then I'll go through a whole bunch of these other questions with you. But what do you say to the person that really doesn't want to spend on their health?
Okay, listen, I have to address something really quick. You know, when you go to Staples and you buy a printer, all right, and you're like, oh my gosh, the printer's $30. This is such a great deal. And you bring it out, bring it home, and you print 15 pages and you got to go get more ink. And you're like, crap, the ink's already gone. And then you go to the store and you find out the ink is $70. And you're like, oh no. Well, that is what weight loss programs are like. They look cheap on the front end, but then you lose weight so slowly that it costs you a boatload on the back end. That's where you got to be careful and understand what you're getting into. Do you know that Nutrisystem Okay, a typical cost, and it's with food, granted, is about $2,500 per 6 months. It averages to $139 per pound because they actually have to release this data. Jenny Craig averages anywhere from $130 to $230 per pound. Weight Watchers is coming in around $90 per pound. The South Beach diet ranges from about $55 to $102 per pound. Where was ours coming in? Ours was coming in about $22 per pound. So just take a look at what's out there, and you got to realize the ones that are less expensive, often you have to stay on those programs for longer. And when that doesn't work for someone and they just refuse to spend money on their health, I remind people that I meet people all over the world who are now spending all their wealth trying to regain their health. And I got to tell you, that's a bad way to live. You spend your life making money and then you spend all this time to just regain your health and money. I think, come on, who wants that? So those are the things that I remind people of, and you gotta just look. You go to a Jenny Craig, you got a $400 payment, a $400 upfront cost with a payment plan, and that doesn't include food. And so we are a bargain. I tell you, a bargain when it comes to weight loss programs.
You certainly are striking a chord. There's a ton of people asking for this, and this will be shared on our RX Plus page for people afterwards. Here's a question that I'm sure strikes home to a lot of people, especially that have a lot of prospects. I was just diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. Can I free my life of this? And if so, how soon?
Okay, listen, I'm not a doctor. We don't diagnose. I believe some of the most preventable diseases out there today are diabetes, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, some forms of cancer. These are preventable diseases. Have I seen people live their life proactively with prevention, change their health around? 100%. Can you do it? Absolutely.
All right, that was a pretty powerful one on that one. Jay asks, what is the agent that brightens the skin?
Our vitamin C. Now, you might say vitamin C is not sexy, but our vitamin C is sexy. Most vitamin C's on the market today are water-soluble vitamin C's. Ours is an oil-soluble vitamin C. It was a patented vitamin C that came out of Japan. And it is a very potent vitamin C. That is what reduces age spots. That is what helps with acne. That is what reduces sunspots and helps brighten the skin.
All right, very good. Let's see. Can you expand on the gluten intolerance testing?
Yeah. We're just finishing up right now. We went to the premier lab for testing gluten in our products so that we can be certified gluten-free. Even though we know we're gluten-free, and we never felt the need to get certified, but we did it anyway, so we're just waiting for all the data to come back.
Okay. You've also got a bunch of the Asante people on here, and there's questions coming in on your opinion of the new U products, which is the IKEA IS2 and the Real Weight.
Yeah. So to be honest with you, IKEA is the only one that I feel that I know and can talk about authentically. So with that being said, if you study the longest lived people on the planet, you will see that that they have a high level of phytonutrient, macronutrients in their body. Therefore, any exposure to enzymes, probiotics, fermented foods, superfoods from around the planet is going to benefit the body and help promote longevity. So in knowing that, your IKEA, is a really great way to live in a life of prevention. And as far as IS2 and real weight, I just have not dove far enough into both of those to be able to speak with any authenticity. So sorry about that. But let's, Jeff, let's take two more questions, okay?
Okay. Let's see. I'll actually give a statement that Jay said, which relates to a lot of these questions. There's one area to buy quality. It's something that you put in your body. And that may be something because that addresses three or four of the different questions that go on to that. But you've really addressed that pretty aggressively, and I appreciate that from Jay. So here's one from Diana Foley that says, a client of mine bought Slenderize, but won't use it until I can tell her exactly how much green tea extract is in it. I've not been able to find that info.
Oh, I don't know it off the top of my head. You know, you got to understand, I got about 100 different formulas running around at any given time. So is in the Accelerate?
Yeah, that's in the Slenderize drops.
Hold on, let me see if I can pull it up right now. Why don't you ask me another
All
a
right.
question
So,
while I'm
are the
pulling?
supplements and weight loss products safe if you are breastfeeding?
Yeah, everything is safe for breastfeeding, except we do not suggest that you ever try to lose weight while you're breastfeeding on a weight loss program. Because here's the news, good news, is um, nursing a baby will cause you to lose weight. And so it's really good just to stay that way, you know, and to use what nature has to give you. We also don't suggest that you detox while breastfeeding. And so the two products that we say, hey, you know, these aren't things that you'll want to have when you're breastfeeding is Restorex and losing weight with Sunrex or Accelerate. Lastly, I'm not a big fan of taking caffeine during pregnancy or breastfeeding because caffeine gets transferred to the baby. Therefore, Rejuvenex is not one I would recommend unless you are a soda drinker or a coffee drinker, because Rejuvenex is a healthier option than sodas and coffee when you're breastfeeding.
Okay. And
All right, I have the answer.
okay.
Um, so green tea extract, we have, there is a total of 30 milligrams per dose.
All right, there's your answer. That was an easy one. So one more here, if that's on there, because I know you've got to go. You have some family obligations after being gone for a week, and I know you're going to Europe in about a week. So thank you for taking the time with these. Someone diagnosed with dementia, what products would help? And another one was for high blood pressure.
Yeah, okay. You have to remember that we don't diagnose in any way. So anytime you get diagnosed with something like this, what you need to do is be careful, and you always have to ask your doctor. Now, do good high quality supplements make a significant difference in your health and well-being? Absolutely. Does lifestyle changes, dietary changes make a difference in your health and well-being? 100%. So let's take a look at what in our product line helps support the neurological system. That would be our omega Q. That would be Vanali. That would be our optimals, all of which will support a healthy neurological system. When it comes to things like blood pressure, take a look at your dietary habits. But with stress relief reduction and with better dietary habits, you can make a huge turnaround in those issues. Now, are things in our products that will help with stress? Absolutely. Our B vitamins help. Our magnesium and magnesium D can make a big difference in that. All of those can play an overall and provide an overall benefit in supporting the body to get healthy. So no matter what's going on in your life, it's always in an effort to support the body to get healthier and to give the body the tools it needs to heal itself, because the body's always in a constant battle for balance and it wants to be healthy. It's just that we bombard the body with bad food, bad thoughts, bad people, bad environment, bad products on the skin. And all those take a toll in the body, and they manifest itself in lots of different diseases and illnesses. So when we take a look at our lifestyle and we change who we hang around with, the thoughts we think, the food we eat, the high quality supplements we put in our body, we are living a life of prevention, and we're giving our body the tools it needs to heal itself. That is what good health is about.
Well, I'll ask you just to finish with this so you can go. There's still a bunch of questions coming in, and hopefully we can have you again soon because uh, people are just asking left and right when we're going to get this posted for them. So I'm really grateful that you would do this. The Can you kind of give, just to finish it off, what is your vision? I've been with you in Europe. I've been with you and all over the globe. It seems like I've traveled with you, and you truly live this. And it's something that I know has made a huge difference in your life, all the way from anti-aging to weight loss to just overall nutrition. What is it that is your vision for us, both customers on this phone? I know there's a bunch of customers tonight, and those of us who are doing this and sharing this with our friends and family. What is your vision of these products and the future of Ariix?
You know, I don't think about the comp plan. I don't think about the incentive trips. I don't think about the money ever. I really don't. It drives all my partners crazy. I know that I was put on this planet and I went through what I went through in my life so that I could recognize truly how powerful the human body is. And in recognizing how powerful the human body is, when we give the human body the right tools, the body responds. You see, I believe it is all of your responsibility, everyone on this call, to live a healthy life. Because if you don't, who do you burden? Your children, people who love you, your spouse. You burden them with your problems. That, in my mind, is selfish. We get this great body, we get this great life. My vision is that we become a part of a mission to help people recognize that you have a choice. You have a choice on how you're going to age. You have a choice on how you're going to feel. For the most part, you have a choice. Therefore, if you understand that, you bring the power back into you. You don't rely on your doctor and pharmaceutical drugs to fix you. Or you have a problem, you go, oh, give me that drug, because you're too lazy to go fix it yourself. I think let's create an organization of people who understand the power of the human body and want to help other people live a great life and see this as good education, and that the nutritionals are like insurance policies for a great life and a great health. That's my vision.
Well, Deanna, I'm sure I speak for everybody who's on here, and we are really grateful for people that put so much passion into what we're doing, and for those of us who make not just a living from it, but are happy and how we are making our living from it. We're so grateful that we have your vision, your leadership, and your passion for these products. And though you don't care about the compensation plan, for those of us who are out there every day sharing this with our friends and being compensated at such a high level, we're truly grateful for the time you took tonight.
Oh, you're so very welcome. And I'm going to run and have dinner with my family. So
Thank you so much.
I enjoy you all so much, and we'll do another call really soon, and we'll get to the rest of these questions.
Well, Deanna, thank you. We'll schedule that as soon. You guys will soon, you can see on the screen right now, we have some upcoming events, one in Austin, Texas, and Kansas City, where Mark Wilson will be there. I know that we're even working on getting possibly Dr. Ray Strand to the Kansas City event. Make sure that you get with your upline. Make sure that you are prepared for these Thursday calls when you come and we have experts on here like Deanna to be able to share this vision of what we have to improve people's life through their health and to make an amazing living doing it. Also, be prepared for an announcement of when Deanna is going to be coming to your city to be able to do some of these events with us as well. Deanna, it's been an honor to have you on here. Thank you so much for all your questions, and hopefully we can have another one soon to answer the rest of them. Thank you so much, everyone, for being on.
You're welcome. Bye bye.